Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So today I just want to give you an update of what's been happening around the yard. We'll start here at the back of the new house. You could see Mom has been cleaning here, so she really tried to clean using the hoe and rake. Yeah, and also this side, it's much more cleaner. Now you can see in front here that it's actually still dirty. There's still lots of weeds there, and frankly, or interesting enough, not a long time ago, I think around 2 weeks ago, this place was clean and mom had actually, cleaned it. It was very, very much clean except where there are some plants. But now rain just rained twice or thrice and the hot sun, and then you could see how messed up is it. So my plan is that I'm gonna be doing some planting here. I'll be planting some tomatoes and also some onions and maybe some beetroot also, just to make sure that I occupy this land and it doesn't need to be dirty and kept to be cleaned again and again. So because you could see it's quite some big land. Well, I think another thing about the stands in the village is that they are really, really big. So it's a big space. Imagine if rain rains and you have to keep cleaning and clearing all this. But mom is used to that. Yeah. But nonetheless, I'm gonna be doing some planting here just to make sure that I occupy the place. And another thing I've been doing, you could see here, um, I've been refilling our water tank. So yeah, time and again I just make sure that it gets to be full. We don't really struggle with water here, but back in the day, some 15 to 20 years ago, there used to be some serious challenges as far as water is concerned, and that somehow developed, help us, made us to develop an attitude of always wanting to have a water storage, and that's the case now. So yeah, it probably should be full because it's been a while now. So yeah, you could see it's full. Yeah, it is full. You could see that. Let me just, I hope you guys see that. So the water is also leaky. Let me give you a better angle of that. Yeah, the water is now overflowing because it's coming in one side and then overflowing in the other. So I'll just need to take out uh, the hose pipe and then put it in the trees. Before I actually refilled this tank, I was watering. You could see here this orange here. It's actually been watered. I hope it is visible. There was a lot of water that went into there. And also this one here, there was a whole lot of water. And also that one there, the only thing that I haven't watered in this side, it's actually this mango here. You could see it's still, why is my camera dark? I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't understand why is the camera that dark. Yeah, I did try to fix the camera. You could see it's dry here, so I just need to take the hose pipe and plug it into the mangoes as I go around showing you the yard. Another thing is that you can see at the back of the house here, guys, is that I didn't paint. I was really tired, honestly, so I was like, this is the back side. I'll see it some other time. The paint, there's still, like, in the second paint, there's like around 70% of the paint. So the second 20 liters still have a lot of paint, but my challenge was that I was tired and I just felt, anyway, let me drop it and stop it there. I'll see some other time whenever I have time or I have some energy. So you could also see at the top there that there also isn't paint there. But so for now, let me just take out this hose pipe and take it back to the trees. Yeah, another advantage is that today's water is actually having some properly fairly good pressure. That's why that's why I was able to fill in this tank, not with so much. That's why it didn't take that much time to actually fill in the tank. So I just need to take it to the mango tree, and that will be it for the side. And then I'll see maybe if some other time. Let me just fix. Yeah, for now I can leave it here. So yeah, let me take you around, guys. Let me show you all the other side. Let's also go to the place. Remember the other time I was actually clearing the weeds. So let me just show you this side here. The disadvantage with weeds is that you can clean it now and then less than a week, then it begins to start growing again. The other time I cleaned here, I actually started there. You could see I started there all the way there and it was all clean. But you can see it has begun growing again. Yeah, I'm also going to be doing some plantations here, some planting here. And just to make sure that this place keeps clean and I don't need to keep cleaning it. I understand that also, farming is a lot of work also, but at least I'm not just clearing weeds. I'll be farming something that I can get at the end of the day. Some potatoes, tomatoes, onions, and the like. So this is actually the place, how this place looks. I hope you guys can see clearly. So that is basically how it looks for now. So let me take you this side. Yeah, later today I must also water these plants. So oh yeah, well, that is our water tap there. This is our water tap, and there's a meter here. Is the meter visible? Yeah, there's a meter here that is moving. Look at one. The one is going down. It's shifting. It keeps telling you that the meter it's running. I also want to show you something interesting that most of you might not know. This is a village thing. This here is actually cow poo. It's cow dung. So it's been dried at the moment, and this is because mom is using it to burn that tree stump there. Around December, we actually hired somebody to chop. There was a very big tree here, so mom hired somebody to chop the tree. Tobela! So mom hired somebody to chop that tree, and then but that person just did half the job and left. They didn't appreciate, but they were paid. So mom decided that now she wants to burn it instead. I also had planned or desired that I should at least also dig it up. But hey, it looks like a very very big job. I don't think I would manage. Mom came up with the idea of burning it, and I think it's been working so far. So this is actually cow poo. So sometimes you collect it, when it's wet, but sometimes you get it when it's dry. So mom got this one while it was still wet. Now she's drying it, and then she's gonna use it to burn the tree stump. Let me just show you how it's been going on here. So you could see there's some burns. Yeah, the tree stump was dark though, but mom had to bring back the soil so that she can be able to burn it from the top down. So you could see it's becoming a bit hollow here. Bit by bit, it's getting better, though it's slower. But I think it's something, especially because the advantage is that you don't need to use a lot of energy here, a lot of strength. So the fire does the job. So yeah, bit by bit, eventually the tree stump would be gone and burned off. So, and what else? Another thing that I told you about is the issue of trimming the trees. They are big, trimming the trees and also planting flowers. There are some serious challenges as far as the trees are concerned. We don't really have the best of trees. You can see this tree here, it's also not well positioned. Probably I might need to chop off and remove this stump completely and then just be left with that one. Yeah, but the tree is not impressive. This one I would chop all together. Like I'll just make sure that I rip it off and it will be gone. And then yeah, I love this tree. I normally see this tree or this plant in many houses when it's really, especially when there's lots of these trees and they decorate it and they cut it. I just don't know how to do that, but I'm going to start, replanting, duplicating this tree around the yard and just make sure that the yard looks much more pretty. And I also have a desire to put that lawn there, and also you see the lawn there, at the washing line. And then I'm gonna be also putting it here. So yeah, I hope that's it, guys. So thank you guys for your time. We also have some donkeys there passing the street, village donkeys. So thank you guys for your time, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and let's meet again in our next video.